Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Today in this episode, guys, I thought it might be a fun idea to rank all 4 SpongeBob movies from worst to best, as a matter of fact. So, the newest entry that we have for this list is Saving the Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie, the SpongeBob movie that was released on Netflix earlier this year, as a matter of fact. And then before that, we had the first SpongeBob movie. We had the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water, and then we also had Sponge on the Run, as a matter of fact. So I'm really excited to rank all of these movies, because I think it's gonna be I thought this might be a fun video to do, because I do enjoy these movies to an extent. I wouldn't call myself like a fan of SpongeBob, but I do enjoy quite a bit of SpongeBob, as a matter of fact. So yeah, guys, but before I get into my ranking, if you guys are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, and I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on the channel. So if you guys like to watch anything like that on YouTube, guys, and want to show your support, be sure you go check out my channel, because there will definitely be something in there for you to enjoy. And be sure you hit that red subscribe button, but most importantly, press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. Without any further ado, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started. So coming in last place, I have to give it to Saving the Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie. I was not a fan of this movie. I did watch this movie a couple of days ago in preparation for this ranking, but I am not a fan of this movie. I've actually have heard a lot of people have not really liked this, did not really like this movie, and same thing with the critics. This is not a highly rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes, like at all. But getting into the positives, though, I like how they gave a little side story about Sandy. As a matter of fact, and like where she was first born and where she came from, and I like how we got introduced to like her family, because there was this one episode of SpongeBob where she wanted to go back home because she missed Texas. So I like how they explained what that was all about. But other than that, this movie, I was not a fan of this movie, because it wasn't really necessary, in my opinion. It just was not a very good. This was not a very good movie. Period. I did not think Sandy. I did not think Sandy was like SpongeBob, where she was able to carry a whole story. I even felt that way when they did the Patrick Star show. As a matter of fact, I did not care for the Patrick Star show, and Patrick is just another side character that can't really carry a story, and same thing with Sandy. I don't think she can really carry a story that well at all, as a matter of fact. But yeah, the villain in this movie is actually played by Wanda Sykes, and I did not like her as a villain. I actually thought she was pretty dumb, and just her obsession with fish, and and I just can't believe her whole motive was like, I'm gonna grab the bikini bottom from under the ocean, and then I'm gonna turn all of these main characters of SpongeBob into duplicates, and to make them like sea creatures, so everybody can love and snuggle them. As a matter of fact, yeah, I was not a fan of this, and in the previous SpongeBob movies, Plankton has been one of the main villains. Well, he was the main villain in the first SpongeBob movie, but he was also a villain in the last two SpongeBob movies that we have gotten. But alongside that, there has been one other big major villain that made these two movies so good. As a matter of fact, so yeah, I would say at the end of the day, this movie is mediocre at best. So yeah, it's not a very good movie in my opinion. And if you had to ask me, I think this movie is going to end up in one of the top 10 worst movies of the year, as a matter of fact. Up next, at number 3, I have to give it to the SpongeBob movie, the first one that came out. So just a quick disclaimer: these next 3 movies on the list, I actually think are pretty great. The one that I had in last place, I do not give a positive review for, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I actually really liked this movie, as a matter of fact, but I do prefer the other 2 movies over this one, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I kind of like the Goofy Goober song, even though it's not like a good song, as a matter of fact. And I do like the inclusion of King Neptune, as a matter of fact. I kind of wish he showed up like in the TV show before they did this movie, so that way we could like get a little bit more influence on his character and what his character actually does, and then what he means, and then they could have just like brought him into like this main point into the first SpongeBob movie, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I do like him as a character, and obviously Plankton is doing his usual thing. He's trying to get the Krabby Patty formula, and then he ends up framing Mr. Krabs, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I do think that this is a pretty good movie overall, and it is pretty decent in my opinion. But yeah, I definitely think that this movie is pretty watchable, and it's worth like a more than twice of a watch, as a matter of fact. Next up at number 2, my runner-up, I actually have to give it to Sponge on the Run. So now, I don't know how many of you guys really liked Sponge on the Run, but I actually really enjoyed this movie for what it delivered, and my big reasoning is I actually think it references some pretty good main parts from the show, and when all the characters are like telling their backstory on how they met SpongeBob, all of them were telling that they met SpongeBob at Camp Cora, as a matter of fact. And Camp Cora was the camp that they went to for a reunion in that one spooky episode, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I actually think that was a fun little Easter egg during that backstory, because yeah, I really liked that as well. And yeah, I really do like the villain in here. I can't remember his name right offhand, as a matter of fact. But yeah, he was a really good villain for these SpongeBob movies, and I like how he ends up becoming a good guy at the end of the movie, and SpongeBob just says, "I'll be your friend. We don't care about little imperfections." So I really liked how he like starts off as a villain, but then at the very end of the movie, when he starts to like understand who he really is on the inside, and his character changes as a matter of fact, and he says, I don't have to look perfect in order to be somebody's friends. And then he frees the snails, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I really do think that this movie has like a good story as well. And we even get Keanu Reeves in this movie a little bit, which I thought was pretty fun. And Snoop Dogg even gets a cameo in here as well. I thought that was pretty fun as well, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I really do enjoyed this movie for what it was. And I think we're supposed to be getting like another SpongeBob movie eventually. And I would guess it's going to be in the same animation style as this one. But I do hope it's better than the Sandy Cheeks movie, as a matter of fact. But for me, coming in the first place, I have to give it to the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, as a matter of fact. So now, this one is my favorite out of all four of these movies because I feel like it like ties in to the SpongeBob show very well compared to all the other SpongeBob movies, because in the show, Plankton is trying to constantly steal the Krabby Patty formula, as a matter of fact, but they actually took that whole concept from the show and like made it into a movie, and I thought they did a really good job with this movie, and they even end up going above the surface, as a matter of fact, which I thought was pretty cool, as a matter of fact. And I really do like Burger Beard as a villain, and he's played by Antonio Banderas. And Antonio Banderas plays a really good bad guy. Like he's actually played a bad guy quite a bit in the recent years, as a matter of fact. Because he was the bad guy in Assassins, that movie that he did with Sylvester Stallone, and then he was the bad guy in Uncharted, and then he was also the bad guy in The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which I also thought was pretty fun as well. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie for what it was. And yes, this is my favorite out of the movie because I felt like they took a concept from the TV show and made it into like a whole SpongeBob movie very well, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I really do like the whole concept of the SpongeBob crew getting like their own superpowers. I do think that that's a really good touching. I really do think that's a good touch to this movie, and I really do think that this is a very fun movie. And I feel like this movie is really fun as well, as a matter of fact, and it easily comes in the first place in my ranking. So there you have it, guys. There is my ranking of all four SpongeBob movies from worst to best, as a matter of fact. Let me know down in the comment section which one of these is your favorite and which one is your least favorite, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I thought this might be a fun video to do, to go and rank all four SpongeBob movies, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, guys, that pretty much does it for this video. Those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do LEGO related stuff. I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on the channel. So if you guys like to watch anything like that on YouTube and want to show your love and support, go check out my channel, because there'll definitely be something in there for you to enjoy. And be sure you hit that red subscribe button, but most importantly, make sure you press the notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future, and be sure to click like on this video. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. Without any further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go bringing back to more videos, because more videos are on the way, sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, guys. But with that said, though, guys, take care, drink water, and stay safe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!